Good evening from Mission Control Houston, and welcome to our live coverage of the Soyuz hatch opening here on NASA TV. You're getting a look inside the International Space Station Flight Control Room here at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas, where flight controllers are standing by for the hatches to be thrown open between the Soyuz TMA-20M spacecraft and the International Space Station. Just a little under 24.5 minutes from now, Jeff Williams from NASA and from Roscosmos, Alexei Ovchinin and Oleg Skropochka scheduled to exit their Soyuz vehicle and make their way into the International Space Station, joining the crew of Expedition 47. Waiting on board for them, the current Expedition 47 crew, Tim Kopra from NASA, the Expedition 47 commander, Tim Peake from the European Space Agency, and another Russian cosmonaut, Yuri Malenchenko, all three getting the station ready for these hatches, also setting up some cameras, so hopefully we'll get a view inside of the Poisk module as the hatches are thrown open. But everything going so far and right on the timeline tonight. The hatch is scheduled to be open at 11:55 p.m. Central Time, 12:55 a.m. Eastern. And of course, all of this started a little over 7 hours ago when Soyuz spacecraft successfully lifted off at 4:26 p.m. Central, 5:26 p.m. Eastern. The first stage delivering 930,000 pounds of thrust to send the Soyuz rocketing through the night sky out there at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. The rocket executed a flawless ascent into space, delivering the Soyuz vehicle with Williams, Ovchinin, and Skropochka into its preliminary orbit. Again, the second stage going flawlessly, the third stage finishing the job as it was in its preliminary orbit and ready to chase down the International Space Station. Following that successful launch, the Soyuz spacecraft executed a 4-orbit, 6-hour rendezvous, docking at 10:09 p.m. Central Time, 11:09 p.m. Eastern Time to the Poisk module, executing its final approach, everything right per the timeline. The crew actually docking about 2 minutes early, but arriving nonetheless while both the Soyuz and the station were flying over the Pacific Ocean just off the western coast of Peru. Since that time, the crew members on board have executed a series of leak checks, working in tandem with flight controllers and Mission Control Moscow and Koryov just outside of the city of Moscow, who have been overseeing this flight ever since it lifted off from Baikonur just about 7 hours ago. Those leak checks are nearing completion and should be done within the next 20 minutes or so. And then at this point, the crew also getting a chance to get out of the Sokol launch and entry suits that they've been wearing for several hours now, getting suited up a few hours before the liftoff earlier this afternoon. And again, once everything is complete and they make sure the pressures equalize between the Soyuz craft and the Poisk module, they'll be able to throw open the hatches. 2 hatches, one on the station side, one on the Soyuz side, to be opened. Again, that's scheduled to happen at right about 11:55 p.m. Central, so a little bit over 21 minutes from now. This is going to be Jeff Williams' 3rd long-duration stay on board the International Space Station, his 4th space flight, also a veteran of one space shuttle mission, STS-101. He will become the first NASA astronaut to complete 3 long-duration stays on board the International Space Station, and he'll also become the all-time record holder for time in space, breaking that record recently set by Scott Kelly, who ended his 1-year mission just earlier this month, in the month of March. For Skropochka, this is going to be his 2nd stay, having previously served on expeditions 25-26. So the 2nd time space flyer ready to kickstart his next 6.5 months on orbit. And then the 3rd crew member, Alexei Ovchinin, who commanded the Soyuz TMA-20M vehicle today, is a first-time space flyer. Another rookie joining fellow rookie Tim Peake on board. Ovchinin going to be the 222nd individual to visit this orbiting laboratory. And right now we are LOS and a loss of signal with the station as we wait to reacquire with our tracking and data relay satellites. That signal should pop back in about 8 minutes or so. Should hopefully be getting some video back down from the station as Russian cosmonaut Yuri Malenchenko has been setting up cameras inside of the Poisk module, to which the Soyuz just recently docked again at 10:09 p.m. Central. Once the crew members are on board the station and have greeted their fellow Expedition 47 crewmates, they'll make their way into the Russian service module and then get a chance to speak with gathered friends, family, and guests who have been watching all of these events unfold in Baikonur. They've gathered at the Sankey Hall in the town of Baikonur and are standing by to see these individuals who just hours ago were across a window from them down on planet Earth, but now orbiting above at about 250 statute miles overhead. So we'll just continue to stand by for a little while, again, hopefully getting that video back at about 11:43 p.m. Central Time, so just about 7 minutes or so from now. And then everything continuing to move forward towards that hatch opening at around 11:55 p.m. Hatch openings can move to either the left or the right earlier or later. So we'll just be a little flexible with the hatch opening time, but again targeted at 11:55 p.m. Central, 12:55 a.m. Eastern, just a little over 18 minutes from now. Just about 17.5 minutes and counting to the anticipated hatch opening time, at which point Jeff Williams, Oleg Skropochka, and Alexei Ovchinin will make their way into their home for the next 6.5 months. If you missed our launch show earlier today, just to give you a recap of these 3 new long-duration crew members, starting off with NASA astronaut Jeff Williams, who's now on his 4th trip into space, his 3rd long-duration stay on board the station, and his 3rd trip on board a Soyuz. His first space flight was just about 16 years ago when he flew on Space Shuttle Atlantis for mission STS-101, a key mission which outfitted the space station with a number of critical supplies in preparation for the arrival of its first crew, Expedition 1, 6 months later. The International Space Station has been continuously inhabited since November of 2000. So over 15 years and counting now of humans living and working on the International Space Station. For Williams, though, his next 2 trips into space were aboard the Soyuz, very similar to what he flew in today, where he served as a flight engineer for Expedition 13 back in 2006, and then Expedition 21 and 22 in 2010, serving as the commander of Expedition 22. During this new 6-month mission, though, Williams will become the new American record holder for cumulative days in space all time. He'll be at 534, and he'll surpass Expedition 46 Commander Scott Kelly, who of course wrapped up his 1-year mission back on March 1st. Williams is going to serve as a flight engineer for Expedition 47, and then once current commander Tim Koper departs, he'll take the reins of command for Expedition 48 in early June, again once Koper, Malenchenko, and Tim Peake depart in their Soyuz vehicle. During his 3 previous flights, though, Williams already logged over 362 days in space, including more than 19 hours spent on 3 separate spacewalks. And again, this Williams' long duration stay on board the station, a first for an American astronaut. And the other veteran in the crew, now docked to the space station, is Russian cosmonaut Oleg Skropochka, who again making his 2nd journey into space today. He was selected as a cosmonaut back in 1997, and he flew into space on October 2010 aboard the first of the Soyuz TMA-M series, TMA-01M, this TMA 20M, the last of the TMA M series, soon to be replaced by the upgraded MS series. So fitting that Skropochka was there at the beginning and there at the end for this vehicle's series. He flew back in 2010 along with Scott Kelly and cosmonaut Alexander Kaleri. During his time on board for Expedition 25 and 26, Skropochka also was able to perform 3 spacewalks. He has a total time of 16 hours and 40 minutes, and he'll be a flight engineer for Expeditions 47 and 48. And then the third crew member and the Soyuz commander, Alexei Ovchinin, who rode up in the center seat today, venturing into space for the first time today, so on his first space flight. He served as an instructor pilot at the ISK Air Force Pilot School and as an air flight commander of the Krasnodar Aviation Institute from 1992 to 1998, and then later served as an air flight commander of the 70th Test Training Air Regiment, flying Yak-52 and L-39 aircraft with over 1,300 hours of flight time on his resume. He was selected as a cosmonaut candidate back in October of 2006, qualifying as a test cosmonaut in June of 2009. And he, of course, will also be a flight engineer for Expeditions 47 and 48, the 222nd individual to visit the International Space Station.
Monitoring so that you dock properly to the station and not fly away somewhere else. All right, we have comm with the ground. Copy.
So beginning to reestablish that communication with the station, hopefully getting that video comm back very soon.
Soyuz. How copy? It's breaking out. Moscow. Burlock 1. I have some information for you. We have performed the 5-minute, 10-minute, and 15-minute of pressure. The pressure is stable. It is 752 millimeters mercury. Copy all.
Алексей, повтори, пожалуйста, это какой замер?
Can you please repeat what measurement was it?
5-минутный, 10-минутный.
5, 10, and 15-minute measurements. And the pressure was stable, 752. Copy.
So getting some pressure readings called down from the Soyuz spacecraft. Again, they just need to ensure that the pressure inside the Soyuz and that of the International Space Station have been equalized before the hatches are opened.
Красавец.
And again, we should just be about 10 minutes or so from the anticipated hatch opening time. Jeff Williams, Oleg Skropochkin, and Alexei Ovchinin eager to get out of the Soyuz and make their way into the much larger International Space Station, joining the crew of Expedition 47. And here getting a look inside of the Poisk module. Just in view here is European Space Agency astronaut Tim Peake. You can see the hatch there in the distance. That, of course, the hatch on the space station side, one of two. The one on the Soyuz will also have to open up before the crew members can make their way into the station. And once these final leak checks are confirmed, the pressure equalized, and the crew out of their Sokol launch and entry suits, they'll be able to get the hatches open and begin making their way into the station.
We need to switch this over.
And so we're continuing to stand by while all the final preparations get put in place.
Information on the latest measure.
Should just be about 7 minutes 45 seconds from the anticipated hatch opening time.
Moscow station, this is Burlak 1. The 20-minute measurement was stable. The pressure is stable, 752. Copy 752.
Бурлаки, ЦУПу Москвы.
Burlaks, Moscow.
Бурлак 1 отвечает, ЦУПу Москвы.
Go ahead, this is Burlak 1.
Как там у вас дела со скафандрами?
So, are you doing anything with the spacesuits? Everything is nominal.
Без скафандров.
Copy all. You doffed all spacesuits. Do I understand it correctly? Yes.
Полетные костюмы еще не все одели, одеваем сейчас как раз.
We're donning our flight suits at the moment. Copy.
Just about 5 minutes 45 seconds from the anticipated hatch open time. Continuing to stand by while they work to get video inside of the Poisk module. Here, though, a live view inside of the U.S. Destiny laboratory. You can see U.S. astronaut and Expedition 47 Commander Tim Koper there. He, Tim Peake, and Yuri Malenchko have been on board the International Space Station now for 94 days, almost at 95. And the three crew members sleep shifting to be able to accommodate the arrival of their three new crew members. once everybody is able to get on board and after they have a chance to, again, speak to those friends and family gathered down at the Sankey Hall in the town of Baikonur. They'll all have a chance for a midday meal and then move into a safety briefing before the day will pretty much end for all of these crew members. For the three on board the Soyuz craft, a very long day, waking up several hours before launch and making their way through a series of suit up fit checks and other milestones to get inside of the vehicle and get ready. Almost at the end of a very long day, but a very rewarding day as they are about to become the three newest crew members on board the International Space Station.
Москвы.
Moscow, Burlak,
На связи.
go ahead.
25-минутный замер.
We took the 25-minute measurement. The pressure is stable at 752. Copy 752.
So again, all these final pressure checks still underway between the Soyuz spacecraft and the International Space Station. The three crew members on board Williams, Skropochka, and Ovchinin just minutes away now from a hatch opening and a transfer into the International Space Station. We're just about a minute and a half away from the expected hatch open time. It may take a little bit longer, but we'll continue to stand by and monitor the expected hatch opening time of 11:55 p.m. Central. But again, we have to wait for all these final pressure checks to complete before they're able to throw open the hatches, so we'll continue to stand by. And if you're just now joining us, we are past the time of the expected hatch opening. They're still completing all of those final pressure checks, so we're just going to continue to stand by. The hatches should be opening soon between the Soyuz craft and the International Space Station, at which point Jeff Williams, Oleg Skropochka, and Alexei Ovchinin will be able to make their way onto the station. The three newest crew members of Expedition 47, still just a few minutes away, so we'll continue to stand by.
Бурлаки, крайний замер.
All right, so please give me the results of the latest measurement. Moscow, Burlock 1, the latest measurement showed that the pressure is still stable. The pressure is 752, all right? Copy 752, please close Cockatail valve. It's closed.
Бурлаки, приступаем к пункту 10.9.
Burlock, so you can proceed with item 1093 from page 82.
10.9.3, страница.
Step 1093, page 82.
Давление станции 759.
And the stack station pressure is 759. 759, copy.
Сейчас Бурлак 2 перейдет, пускаем аппарат.
Burlock
Выполнение этого пункта.
2 will
Принято.
translate to the descent module and he will start performing this step. Copy.
We were just getting a quick peek back inside of the Poisk module, the video back up in there. And you can see that it's the hatchway that the three crew members are soon going to be transferring through. Also in view just at the top of your screen, you can see a Russian Orlan spacesuit. That's the one used by Russian crew members during spacewalks. But just on the other side of that hatch, the Soyuz TMA-20M docked. Three crew members on board: Jeff Williams, Oleg Skropochka, and Alexei Ovchinin, ready and waiting to begin transferring on board. All of these final pressure checks still underway. Once everything's equalized, they'll get the go from the ground controllers and Mission Control Moscow and Koryov to begin opening the hatches.
Бурлаки, ЦУПа, Москва.
Burlax, Moscow.
Отвечаю, Бурлак-1.
Go ahead, this is Burlac 1.
Ну что там, начали уже выполнять 10.9.3?
Have you started performing step 10.9.3?
Да.
Yes, affirmative.
Принято. Ну,
Copy.
от вас репортаж тогда.
Please report on completion of this step.
Да, сейчас.
Standby 1.
Вести репортаж.
1 second. I will start reporting in a second. Right, we close the valve.
Принято.
Copy.
Олег, как слышно меня?
How copy? Loud and clear. How me? Loud and clear as well. Okay, we close the valve per page 82. Okay, SKV 1 is closed as far as I understand. Yes, that's correct.
КВД СУОБ.
KVD SUOB.
Минуту отключаем.
We will deactivate it in a minute. Copy.
Так, формат СПГС у меня.
All right, I see the SKD display. You said 759.
Так, в орбитальном блоке у нас 757 получается. 759.
What is the pressure in the orbital module? 757? No, it's 759. Copy.
Есть С5, КВД СУОБ. Транспарант горит.
KVD SUOB, the LED is lit.
Хорошо, я тоже. Так, минута вышла. С6. Отключаем КВД СУОБ.
Okay, as promised, we are deactivating KVD SU.
Есть С6.
Copy all.
Этот суп Москвы. Транспарант.
Moscow,
Бурлаку 1.
the LED is not lit anymore. Yes, go ahead.
С вашего разрешения готовы выполнить
On your go, we are ready to perform
после открытия
the
крышки люка.
steps that go right after the hatch opening steps. Give us a second. We are waiting for the crew on the station to open the hatch from their side. Please wait for our go.
Принято. Ждем ваш.
Copy, we will be standing by for your go.
Перед тем, как вы выполните ОПЛ,
Before you perform
включите все средства
the hatch opening and deactivate all COM assets,
дальше.
let us discuss what you will have to do next.
Значит, необходимо будет выполнить консервацию
Yes, we're ready. Okay, so
корабля.
you will need to deactivate the spacecraft, but you will not deactivate the gas analyzer.
Так, секунду.
Standby 1.
Действия по книге «Орбитальный полет»
Orbital flight procedures. You can find it there.
не выполняем.
You do not perform the step 12.3.
So by the sounds of it, getting close now to this hatch opening, you can see Yuri Malenchenko making his way to the hatch on the station side inside of Poisk.
That's correct.
Консервации не выполняем.
Do not perform step
NASA astronaut Tim Cooper on the left there.
activation procedure.
Tim Peake from the European Space Agency just ducking off screen.
P1
You will,
And Malenchiko beginning to open the hatch on the station side.
but you will see it in the procedure. You will see that you'll need to replace B1 with B3. Copy all, replace B1 with B3.
Орбитальный полет.
Orbital flight procedure,
Страница 33-34.
pages 33, 34. Copy all.
Конечно же, заглушку оставляйте на патроне.
Alexei, when you'll be RNRing the cartridges, please leave the cap on the cartridge. Will do.
And there we see Yuri Malenchiko, the veteran cosmonaut, does have the hatch open on the station side. And now we'll just stand by for that hatch opening on the Soyuz.
Per the procedure. All right, transfer BMP with 2 gas masks. Copy.
Продолжаем по 82-й, пункт 10.9.3.
Okay, and now you can proceed
Люк
with step 10.9.3 on page 82, and the hatch
Открываем.
on the station side is open. Copy all.
Есть открытие ККТ.
We are opening KKT. Done. We open KVD valve.
Олег, С3 загорелась?
Oleg, do you see the LED? Is it lit? Yes.
Выравниваем давление.
So we are waiting for 2 minutes to equalize the pressure.
контролируем выравнивание давления.
And please monitor the pressure equalization.
На мановакуметре за
And please watch the pressure
в
gauge
течение 2 минут. То есть если давление
MV.
в течение 2 минут постоянно, это значит, что
So if the pressure is stable during the 2 minutes on the pressure gauge, that means that we have equalized the pressure successfully. Copy all.
бурлаки, также пометьте себе, что после
Burlak, this is Moscow. After you open
связи в транспортном корабле.
the hatches, you will need to deactivate all comm assets in the spacecraft. That is procedure orbital flight, page 84.
Действия при наличии экипажа в станции.
Выполнить действие
All right,
принято.
copy all.
Ключ там.
The Expedition 47 crew gathered in Poisk, Tim Koper on the left, Yuri Malenchko in the center, and Tim Peake on the right. As you can see, the hatch open on the station side, still standing by for the hatch on the Soyuz to open. Should be any minute now.
Давление мановакуметра сейчас какое, бурлаки?
What is the current pressure on the pressure gauge?
Давление по мановакуметру
For the pressure gauge,
80.
the
И медленно.
pressure is 783 and it's slowly decreasing. We are waiting for the stabilization phase. Copy.
The 3 crew members taking a look inside the docking cone. That is the cone that the very tip of the Soyuz does point its way into to do the initial contact and capture with the International Space Station. The vehicle, which docked back at 10:09 p.m. Central Time, so it's been docked for just over 2 hours now. The final pressure equalization taking place. The Soyuz hatch should be opening soon.
Moscow Burlock 1 for the pressure gauge. The pressure is 770 and it keeps decreasing. Copy 770.
So again, just moments away now from the hatch on the Soyuz spacecraft opening, just waiting for the pressure to equalize between the vehicle and the International Space Station. The other crew members of Expedition 47 standing by in the Poisk module to receive their 3 crewmates for the next several months.
Moscow Burlock 1 for the pressure gauge. The pressure is 763 and it keeps decreasing. The MV pressure is 763. Copy 763.
Бурлаки, давление по Монако.
Burlax, what is the pressure per the MV?
Тут Москвы, я Бурлак 1.
Moscow Burlac 1, the pressure gauge pressure is 761. It is stable, so we're waiting for 2 minutes to check if the pressure is stable.
Тут Москвы, я Бурлак 1.
Moscow Burlac 1,
2 минуты прошло.
2 minutes have passed and the pressure gauge pressure is stable. Copy all.
Готовы открыть крышку люка.
We are ready to open the hatch.
Закрываем КВД.
Open KKT, close KVD, and open the Boisu hatch manually.
Принято. Закрываем.
Copy, we close KKT,
Закрываем КВД.
we close KVD,
Открываем
and we
крышку люка.
open the hatch.
And there it is, the hatch now open on the Soyuz spacecraft. That hatch opening right at 12:18 a.m. Central Time, 1:18 a.m. Eastern Time. The three newest Expedition 47 crew members ready to make their way on board the International Space Station. And first through the door is NASA astronaut Jeff Williams. This is going to be his third long-duration stay on board the station.
Здравствуйте, Ильич.
And next to the door there is first-time space flyer Alexei Ovchinin getting his first taste of microgravity and his first look at life on board the International Space Station. And the third and final crew member through the hatch now, Oleg Skropochka. Expedition 47 officially back up to 6 full crew members.
Moscow Station on Space Ground 1. Go ahead.
Ну вот мы перешли сюда в СМ, значит,
We are in the SM at the moment. So what do we have left?
вы
сказали, 46.
Are we performing the 46?
Да, Юрий Иванович.
Yes, Yuri.
6 минут. Сейчас, потому что связь будет рваная.
46.
10 минут и связь нет.
I think that we won't have stable comm during the press conference, so
Все, принято.
be ready for that. Copy all.
And so with the crew members on board, they're going to set up inside of the Russian service module. There is a fairly large gap in communication with the International Space Station coming up, so it may be until about 12:46 a.m. Central before they're able to perform the call with friends and family gathered in Baikonur. So while we continue to wait, getting a pretty great view from the cameras in the outboard of the International Space Station, which just right now flying about 252 statute miles over Saudi Arabia. Again, 6 crew members now on board. Jeff Williams, Alexei Ovchinin, and Alex Kropotchka getting the hatches open at 12:18 a.m. Central, 1:18 a.m. Eastern Time. 6 crew members of Expedition 47 now on board. Again, they're going to set up and get a chance to speak with friends and family gathered in Baikonur at the Sankey Hall. In just a little while, we are just about to enter into a pretty sizable gap of loss of communication with the International Space Station, though. With the audio communication should resume around 12:46, so about 20 minutes from now, at which point they'll get a chance to talk. So we're just going to stand by for a little while, hold tight, but again, everything has gone fantastic with this launch and docking so far today. A flawless ascent into orbit, a successful docking, and the hatch is now open, and these crew members now on in their new home for the next 6.5 months. And at this point, we have passed out of communication with the International Space Station, so voice and video will resume in just a little while. Should be about 15 to 16 minutes from now until that resumes, and at that point, again, the crew will set up inside the Russian service module and get a chance to speak with those friends and family gathered in Baikonur. So we'll just sit tight for a little while longer. And then we'll get ready to hear the first words from these 3 new crew members on board the International Space Station. And just to recap for those joining our hatch opening coverage, the hatches were opened successfully at 12:18 a.m. Central Time, 1:18 a.m. Eastern Time. We are in a loss of signal right now with the International Space Station. Should pick back up right around 12:46 a.m. Central. With the audio communication at least, and at that point now the new crew members will set up inside the Russian service module and get a chance to speak with gathered family and friends out there in Baikonur gathered at the Sankey Hall. So just still continuing to stand by for another 10 or 11 minutes or so, and then we'll get to hear from these new crew members on board the International Space Station. And looking through the International Space Station Flight Control Room, and we should just be a few minutes away now from reestablishing communication with the International Space Station, at which point the newest crew members will gather inside the Russian service module and get a chance to speak with friends and family still waiting and gathered at the Sankey Hall in Baikonur, where they've been following all of the events today unfold. They were there for the launch just a little over 8 hours ago, and have watched the docking and hatch opening as well, and are still standing by to get a chance to speak with the crew members who, again, just hours ago were across from them on planet Earth, but now orbiting on board the space station. So standing by for just a few more minutes, and then we'll get that call set up and be ready to go.
Leave with the escort, and Victor and I go on the van. I mean, go on the bus. That's what we want to do. I don't want to wait. Okay. Victor, you and I will get on the bus, okay? You and I will get on the bus.
Yes, go ahead on space to ground 1.
Да, у нас все включено, мы готовы.
Everything's activated and we are ready. Copy.
Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
We're ready.
Baikonur, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is Rob Navius with your colleagues, family, and friends in Baikonur. How do you read me? Hey, Rob, we got you loud and clear. We're ready to show everybody the station. Well, very good, Jeff. Spectacular launch. You all look great, and we'll start off with our congratulatory calls.
Hello, honey.
Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
I'm
You're
good.
first up. Good for you.
That's right. That's right. Everybody looks good. It was a beautiful launch.
Good. How long were you able to see us? We didn't disappear into the clouds, did we?
You did, but we got a nice long view and just enjoyed the sound even when we couldn't see you guys.
Oh, good. Well, the flight went very well. Everything went just nominal as planned.
Good. Well, everybody wants to say something, so I'm going to hand the phone over to Jason. And I love you. God bless you guys. And I'll talk to you next time.
Okay, sweetie. I love you too, and have a safe trip back to Houston. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Hi, Dad. You look great. Hey, Jason. Yeah, it was good to have you there. It was fun to have you and Nina there. Take Nina through the experience for the first time. So thank you. Yep, she had a great time. We both did. I think everybody in the party did. Yeah, I could see it on your faces. I got eyes on almost everybody during the walkout. Not quite everybody, but almost everybody. Yep, well, you guys have a safe flight, Godspeed. I'll pass it over to your daughter-in-law now. Thank you, Jason. Love you. Proud of you. Love you too.
Hi, Daddy.
We all love you so much, and we miss you very much, and we're just so proud of you.
Thank you, Ninechka. I'm glad you were able to make it this time and see the launch. I know you had a very exciting time there, and I think we'll continue to bring you a pretty exciting time over the next 6 months.
Yeah, we look forward to continue being a part of it.
All right. Thank you for your love and support. And it's welcome again to the family. It seems like it was just yesterday that you guys got married, so it's great to have you in the family.
Yeah, we love you very, very much.
Love you too. Have a safe trip back home.
Алексей, это Игорь.
Привет, Игорь. Рад тебя слышать.
Приветствую бурлаков на МКС.
I would like to greet Burlaks on the station. Thank you very much.
Замечательный
It
запуск.
was a great launch.
Я рад, что вам понравилось. Пацанам
I'm
понравилось.
very happy that you liked the view, and we liked it very much.
Хорошего пребывания.
Have a great time up there.
Спасибо большое.
Thank you very much.
Всем передавай тоже привет.
Please say hi to everyone from me, to everyone whom I know.
Обязательно.
Will do. Looking forward to seeing you back in Houston.
Хорошо.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Пока.
Bye-bye.
Алексей. Danny Miller.
Hello.
Хочу вас поздравить.
Congratulations
Удачных
on the successful docking to the ISS.
всех диспатчеров вам
I would like to wish you
успешных.
a successful mission on board the station.
Спасибо, Дэнни, большое.
Thank you, Danny, very much.
Спасибо за то, что приехали.
Thank you for
За вашу поддержку. Спасибо. Очень рад был вас видеть.
for you going to Kazakhstan, for your support. I'm very, very happy to see you. Thank you.
Мы ждем вас здесь.
We're looking forward to seeing you here on Earth.
Созваниваться, переписываться, так что
We will keep in touch. We will call you. We will send each other emails. So we'll keep in touch.
Hi, Jeff Byrne here.
Hey, Vern, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing just fine. We had a spectacular early morning launch. You certainly didn't disappoint us there.
Yeah, well, it looked like you guys were having fun all week, so what better way to top it off than getting off the pad. We had a great trip, 5.5 hours or 6 hours, whatever it was. It's much different than a 2-day trip. Can't believe we just left the planet and we're here already.
Yeah, you mentioned to me before you left Earth that you may have a chance to take a little nap. And now you find out what happens when you take a nap on top of a Soyuz rocket. You might find yourself at the International Space Station.
That's right. Hey, thanks for making the trip to Baikonur, and I really appreciate your support, Bert.
All right, well, Godspeed to you. You guys have a nice time. And maybe you can finally say hello to Tim Copra for me, seeing as he's about 4 feet away from you. And we'll keep the light on for you.
All right, sounds good.
Hello, Jeff, it's Vody.
Hey, Vody, how you doing? You enjoy that week?
Absolutely. It's been great.
Well, it was great. I was honored to have you there. I still can't believe it was 2 years ago you were in our house and we were watching this kind of thing happen in the living room, and you asked to come, and here you are. And you're going to look forward, I know, to to a great week in St. Petersburg and Moscow coming up here too.
Yeah, very excited about that. But you know, I've got a question.
Go ahead.
What was the technical scientific name of that move they used to kick the hatch open?
I don't know, but you're one of those martial arts guys. What do you call that kind of kick?
I don't know. I'll make something up.
Okay, there you go. That's all I would do is make it up.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you. God bless you.
Hey, Jeff, Joe Cantu, your classmate, representing the West Point class of 1980.
Hello, Joe. How you doing? You've been having fun all week ambushing everybody. I've been watching, or I was watching on the internet here before we headed out to the pad.
Absolutely. It's been a tremendous educational experience, all the support that goes into the ground, air, sea, everyone getting you up in space and continuing to support you in the International Space Station. It's just amazing to learn and understand all that. I have a quick question. I understand there's another West Point graduate up there. What class is he?
He's 85, Tim Copra, Colonel, U.S. Army.
Okay. Well, we're class of 80. Don't haze him too bad.
No, I'll treat him okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe. Good to have you and Terry there this week.
Hey, Jeff, this is Mark, Family Angel.
Hello, Mark. A voice out of the past, way past.
Well, we don't have to say how far back we go.
No, but it was good having you guys there. I'm glad you were able to make it.
We are too. You're really filling up our memory book. I don't know if I'll have any room for any more memories after this outstanding experience, and I greatly appreciate our experience with you. Muriel and I, we don't go to sleep at night without having a few words about this great experience.
Well, I'm glad you were able to take it in, and now you can go back and tell all our other old friends from way back about the experience.
Well, I sure will. I already had Nelson tell me he really messed up this time.
Oh, not coming? Yeah, that often happens when people are watching from far away.
Well, Godspeed to you and the crew, and we'll look forward to hearing you when you get back on the ground in 6.5 months.
All right, thank you, Mark. Thank you for coming, both you and Mary Ellen.
Hey, Jeff, this is Chaz.
Hello, Chaz. Good to have you and Patty there this week, too.
Just really wanted to thank you for, on behalf of Patty and I, just letting us be a part of this.
Anna Marie and I were both honored to have you there with us, and especially to support her through this process.
We had we let ICR know all about this, so we had the entire unit there, stayed after work, and they all watched the launch. They were praying for you and the entire crew, and all of our constituents were watching, so we had hundreds of people following you and the entire crew and praying you through this whole process.
Well, thank you, Chaz. We certainly appreciate that support.
Pat and I will just continue to pray and just know that we love all of you and pray for all of you.
Thank you. Love you, too. You guys have a safe trip going home as well.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. It's Jay.
Hello, Jay. You've made all the launches, but this was the farthest one you've made, I guess.
Hey, you gave us a thrilling... you gave us a thrilling launch.
Well, we wanted you to get your money's worth.
So tell me, when are you going to be able to see your first photos or video of the launch?
Probably by the time we wake up tomorrow, they'll have some things uplinked for us.
I wish you could have been there to see it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, but yeah, you had a better view than we did. We didn't even have a window.
Hey, I just want you to know we're so thankful to be along with you on this. With all the technology available, knowing that there's a great Facebook page, we're looking forward to coming along for the rest of this journey, and we are so honored to be a part of it. Thank you for your service to our country. We're so proud of you. Know that we'll be praying for you and your family and your crewmates.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate the support, and I'm grateful that you were able to make the trip and join the folks in the experience. We'll continue to take you along.
Hey, Jeff, it's Terry Cantu.
Hello, Terry.
Hi, Jeff. Just want to keep it short and sweet and say congratulations on a successful flight, and we look forward to the next 6 months of watching you and experiencing this trip with you, and look forward to seeing you back in Houston when you get home.
All right. Thank you for the great support, Terry. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you, too.
Hey, Jeff. This is Mary Ellen.
Hello, Mary Ellen.
Hey. You know, as a teacher at Schumann Elementary in Savannah, Georgia, and for all the children out there, you and the crew are such inspirations for all these future little astronauts. And it's just so incredible how you show everybody, and you make it look so easy. So I do need to go, so it's go Army, beat Navy. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Thank you.
Station, this is Baikonur. You guys fly safe. Go grab a Cygnus next week, and we'll talk to you real soon. This concludes the Baikonur portion of the event. Back to Houston, Capcom.
And thank you to all the participants in Baikonur Station. We are now resuming operational audio communications.
And Hal, it's good to hear your voice from up here again.
Hey, good to hear you too, Jeff.
Look forward to working with you over the next 6 months.
And with one final look at the crew, now 6 members strong for Expedition 47, Jeff Williams, Oleg Skropochka, and Alexei Ovchinin on board the International Space Station after a successful day launching from Baikonur. They lifted off at 4:26 p.m. Central Time, docking just about 6 hours later to the International Space Station.
All right, I think that is it.
That docking coming at 10:09 p.m. Central Time, 11:09 p.m. Eastern. And then after a couple of hours, we're able to get the hatches successfully open. The hatch opening coming at 12:18 a.m. Central Time today on Saturday, March 19th, 1:18 a.m. Eastern Time. So for the crew members, they'll get ready to do a safety briefing, and then in the next several hours begin to wrap up their first day on board the International Space Station. For Williams, Skropochka, and Ovchinin at 6 months on orbit, they're scheduled to come home in early September later this year. And they, of course, joined Tim Koper, Tim Peake, and Yuri Malenchko on board, who have been up there for 94 days and counting, and they're set to come home in early June. So with that, we are back at a full 6-man crew on board the International Space Station. A lot of science, a lot of research, a lot of maintenance going to be in their near future, but for now, just happy to have a full crew back in space. I want to thank you for joining us for all of our coverage this week, from launch all the way through hatch opening, as we welcomed 3 new crew members on board the International Space Station. For now, though, we are going to go ahead and sign off for the final time today. This is Mission Control Houston.